Welcome to the 5280 pitch live. I see that there are a number of people that are already here. Please be sure to say hello over in the chat. Let me know that you're live here. I am coming at you from DNVR right here in the heart of Denver, and it is so much fun right now. There are a ton of people here watching some March Madness games, and if there's any issues with my audio, please tell me, because this is the first time I've gone live from this account. So bear with me as we are all getting up to speed here. And there we go. All right, so today we are taking on the Seattle Reign, and it is going to be quite the game. If you're here for the Denver Summit game, come on over. I'm at the front by the windows, and you can come on over and say hello to me. Grab a drink. There are drink specials here, and we're going to talk all things Denver Summit. We're going to talk all things Seattle Reign, because it's going to be a tough match for us today, guys. Can you check my audio? Can you tune in to the YouTube and check my audio? Thanks. All right. It is so loud in here. So if you guys can't hear me, hello, Eric. If you can hear me and I sound okay, let me know over in the chat, because again, this is the first time I've gone live on remote, but this is going to be so much fun. So we have a lot to talk about in today's, thank you, Uncle Kenny, for saying that my audio is coming in fine. Awesome. Feel way less stressed. So we have a lot to talk about in today's episode of going live here at DNVR Bar. I would love to talk to some of you that are coming down. I would love to hear about what you're most excited for with the Denver Summit, what you're looking forward to with the season. And if you're part of the 14ers group, I want to hear some of those chants, because when I was walking in from the parking lot at Empower Field at Mile High, it was a blast, and I didn't know what I was doing. So we all need to get on this Summit train and make sure we're all on the right track with what we're talking about, what chants we're saying. Sarah, who was leading the supporters section, I know she knows all of those chants, so I'm hoping that she can come on down and tell us what the chants are. But we're going to be talking all about the Denver Summit taking on the Seattle Reign. Like I said earlier, it is going to be a tough game. This is game 5 for the Denver Summit, and their fourth game on the road. We've only had that one game at Mile High that really can come in for any sort of, home game experience, but I'm sure that was so memory making and exhausting for so many of the players as they were playing in front of all those people. So I feel like they really haven't had a chance to be here at home. So the thing that I can say is I honestly don't know what's going to happen tonight. This is going to be a real test against a very real team. And the crowd for Seattle is nothing to mess with. They are one of the rowdiest crowds outside of Portland. They had to face their rivals, the Portland Thorns, earlier this year. One of the things that's been on my mind is the fact that they are not really at home either. Lumen Field, which is where the Seattle Reign typically play their games, it's under construction. So they're playing in Spokane, and they've been pretty darn good in Spokane. They've won their last 2 games. They're looking to make it 3 on the road. And we have about another 40 minutes before kickoff. So it's going to be a fun event. Lots of, I see someone coming in with their Summit gear right now. There's a couple more Summit people showing up. Can you tighten this a little bit? It's falling. Tighten it. Thank you to my stagehand, my husband, Josh, who is here helping me out with all of our gear. Oh, look at all the Summit fans coming in. I love it. You guys are showing up. This is going to be so much fun. We're going to have a great time talking with Denver fans We have a couple over here. We have my good friend Haley and her family showed up. That's Addie that you can see right behind me. He's trying to pull a tooth out. Uh, but let's talk about the game tonight because Denver is going in tonight into the game tonight. 1 win, 2 draws, and 1 loss. But again, that loss, I really don't think that it is anything that we can hold against our team because we've had a very interesting start to the season. And that game, we had the red card after, 10 players on the field for 60 of the 90 minutes. So I think that it's going to be really interesting to see how we do with Janine Sonis. She's been playing incredibly. Denver's own Janine Sonis out of Highlands Ranch. And with this game against Bay FC, that was our first game ever on the road in California. We lost, but we scored. Bay is a real team. They have had a great year. And again, we had that red card. So I feel like that loss was forgivable. Then we had Orlando, and where we ended up getting a draw. And then we had Gotham, where we won. And Gotham, keep in mind, they were the Shield winners last year. That was not an easy game to win. And Gotham, this team were extremely dominant. They were clinical. That is the version that we need to have of the. Oh, hello, come on over. Yeah, come on. I haven't checked my stuff, but you want to come on?
Two of us that are
Okay. Great. Come on over. Come on over here. Join me. Yeah, come on. Yeah, you can come around this side. All right, we have our very first guest. I know it's tight quarters, but we did get the window, so we get some of that natural lighting.
That is fun.
All right. Well, hi. Well, tell us what your name is.
My name is Jennifer Dexter.
Hi, Jennifer. Hi. Well, thanks for coming on down.
Thanks for having me.
The 5280 Pitch live pregame show.
Go Summit.
Yeah. So what have your thoughts been about the Denver Summit so far this year?
Wow. Do you have 6 hours?
Yeah. We have 30 minutes.
So I feel like my sentiment resonates with everyone. Same thing as a girl that grew up playing soccer, wanting these opportunities, but not really having them. To see the younger generation, but to also see Denver finally getting its team, but how everybody has stepped up to support these ladies in doing what they love. It's unbelievable.
So are you from Denver, or where are you from?
But yes, I'm born and raised.
So one of the things that I love about this Denver Summit team is that we have so much homegrown talent. I was looking at some stats, and I saw that I think that California's leading the list. Obviously, it's a gigantic state, and it's beautiful weather 90% of the time. But then Colorado was number 3 on the list for players that are in the NWSL. And so I would love to know, you grew up playing soccer here. Now we have a team, 63,000 plus. Those 4 people, plus. Yeah. That was awesome to see. I mean, how long have you been an NWSL fan, and how long have you been hoping for an NWSL team here in Denver?
Wow. I have been following and watching since the inception. And honestly, since then, what was it, 2013, 2012, I've been hoping for a team. I just wish I was a multimillionaire and I would have tried to do it myself, but it's again, there's really no words to express how exciting it is, how exciting to be a part of the 14ers and be an integral cog in the support for the team. It's just overwhelmingly just awesome.
Well, and man, I feel like you knew what I was going to ask you next.
Oh.
Tell me about the 14ers, which a lot of people who are watching right now, they might not be familiar with, and again, this is Jennifer. Jennifer is with the 14ers, and the 14ers is the supporters group. A lot of people might be listening and like, well, wait a second, why do we have a supporters group? If I'm just a fan, why should I join this group? Tell us a little bit about the 14ers.
Supporter group culture in general is something that is very specific to soccer, and it's worldwide. You'll see every single team has a dedicated group of people that is just there to hype them. Most people think that what the supporters do is the supporter section during the game, right? I'm the lead drummer. I'm the tiny little one up in front drumming around. And granted, during games, that's what we do, right? We want to hype the crowd out. We want to get behind the team, give the team support when they're not feeling supported. Everybody talks about what we've now called the Rocky Mountain Rumble, the big, huge noises that we were able to make and empower. But it's more than just in-game support. I think we're up to like 400 people now, something like that.
Wow, that's incredible.
But we do community engagement. We want to get out there and support the community. We did a food drive at Christmas time. But the supporter group is more about community and engagement and just a place for everybody. It doesn't really matter if you're a Denver fan.
Yeah.
You just want to be a part of something, especially right now when we're on the ground floor, right? Like I got goosebumps just talking about it. I'm such a dweeb.
No, I mean, like, it's true. Like, I keep saying, like, Jordan Angeli has been on the podcast a couple times, and I was telling her, I was like, there's plenty of room on the Summit train. We will take all the bandwagoners right now. We will take anyone that wants to come on the train, because the more the merrier. This is an amazing time for women's sports, not just Denver women's soccer, but for women's sports. And I think that by having this supporters group, it really helps grow the community and get people more excited about this brand new team. And like you said, I'm in the Discord, so there's a Discord community, and there's people that are in there talking about the Avalanche and the Nuggets, and there was a Trans Day just recently, and I mean, like, so everything is happening in there to just say this is a place where you belong, and this is where you can cheer on the Denver Summit.
Well, and I think it's also for at least a lot of us on the 14ers about promoting women's sports in general. There is still a great disparity between treatment and pay and respect, and which I think a lot of us would like to see end.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's nothing these ladies can't do that the men can do. And 63,004 people at approximately, I mean, that's a lot of money.
Oh, yeah.
But the players don't see it like they do on the men's side.
Yep.
So I think it's also about exposing the disparities, but also just promoting women's sports.
Yeah.
Right? Like, let's get a WNBA team.
Yeah,
let's
PWL,
get let's get PHL. Let's get it all.
Yes.
And just make the younger generations aware that if that's what they want to do, then they can do it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
Well, okay, so final question that I have for you is, who's your favorite player on the Denver Summit and why? So I guess that's a two-part question.
Wow, that's a real hard one. I have a ton of respect for Carson Pickett. The work
She's an amazing person to have on the podcast too.
Oh,
What a
I'm
great
sure.
Human, yeah.
I have not yet been able to meet her, but the fact that she puts herself out there and is such an advocate for limb differences and just people with limb differences being able to just
See someone like them.
right,
Yeah.
exactly, just representation. But I've been an Allie Bracher fan forever. But quite honestly, I don't think I could name just one, right? I mean, Abby's been stepping up and doing a great job in keeper. Everybody has stepped up, and it's so fun to even watch the younger rookies like means just come up and go, I'm just gonna jump in and I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
And it's exciting to see them all.
Awesome. Well, Jennifer, thank you so much for just coming over to say hi, and then I threw you into the seat here, and we are down here at DNVR Bar. Yes, Go Summit. We are down at DNVR. Yeah, take one of those. Take one of these stickers. We have a lot of fun stickers that you can grab here. A DNVR sticker. We have 5280 pitch stickers. Yeah, sure thing. And be sure to come on down. It is a lot of fun. It is filling up over here. I don't know if y'all can see. Look, got lots of people that are showing up, which is a ton of fun. And if you're part of the 14ers, would love to meet you. Come on over. You can sit right here where Jennifer was, and we can hear a little bit more about what got you excited on your journey to being a Denver Summit fan. And, Jennifer mentioned Abby Smith, who was one of the people for goalkeeping. She made the NWSL Players of the Month for goalies, which is no easy feat. She has been playing incredibly. She had 20 saves through the first 4 games and 2 clean sheets. We need that out of Allie Smith tonight, because on the other side of the ball, there's somebody else that made NWSL Player of the Month for the Seattle Reign, and it's going to be a handful. So as we go through, I'm going to go through my notes here. So we have a handful with Seattle Reign and facing this team in Spokane. So Seattle improved by 16 points last year from 2024. So they had a real rough 2024. 2025 proved to be very different. It was one of the biggest single season turnarounds in NWSL history. So they went from near the bottom of the playoffs. Now they have a lot of momentum and a very young roster. So from Seattle, the Reign, they surprisingly beat Orlando 2-1. This was a revenge game from the playoffs. Fishlock scored, Ratliff scored on debut, and then they lost to Portland. Like I said before, that was their rivalry game. They lost to the Portland Thorns 0-2. Portland had a player sent off in the 9th minute, and they played with 10 players for the majority of that game, and they still won, which when we play Portland, that's something to be on the lookout for. But that's just one blemish for the Seattle Reign, because they came back and beat Kansas City 3-0 at their Spokane debut. So Spokane, Kansas City is the reigning Shield winner. All 3 goals that they scored, that the Reign scored, were before halftime. And then their last game, they beat Racing Louisville. And Dickey, Claudia Dickey, she made 5 saves. They got the points. So Seattle has scored a league-leading 6 first-half goals in their first 4 matches. They come out fast. So that is going to be something our backline has to be prepared for. Denver cannot go down early, because once Seattle has that lead, they do not give it up. Before I transition into my next segment, I want to say thank you again to everybody who is tuning in to this live pregame show. I'm down here at DNVR. It's off of Colfax. We have the sound on for the Denver Summit game today. I am Kate Hanson, host of the 5280 Pitch, and I would love it if you came on over, said hello, come on down and watch the game with more Summit fans, because this is going to be an incredible time. The atmosphere here is insane. Oh, I see some more Denver Summit fans heading on in. The place is filling up. So come on down to DNVR. Say hello to me. Check out the live pregame show. There's a lot of drink specials. We got stickers. There's going to be giveaways. It's going to be a ton of fun. So, and if you are watching, you can't make it down, say hi in the chat, so I know that I'm not just talking to my mom and my dad who are watching. Say hello in the chat, and I'd love to just see where you guys are watching from, see why you like the Denver Summit, why this is your team, and so say hi in the chat. All right, so I just mentioned Claudia Dickey. Dickey is on the U.S. women's national team. It is going to be hard to score on her. Dickey led the NWSL in saves last year with 88. She set a new Seattle Reign shutout record that season. And she is the reason Seattle wins close games. So Denver's attack has to be clinical. And I call her the clinician for a reason. Melissa Kussler, she has got to score some goals in this game. It was I felt like in the game against Washington that they figured, I guess Melissa's not our little secret anymore. People know how surprisingly quick that she is and that she can finish. So I feel like she's not really our secret weapon anymore. I would be interested to see Olivia Thomas make an appearance earlier than she did in the Washington game if the Summit are down in the second half. I'd like to see Thomas come in earlier if they are down in the second half. Jess Fishlock, she is the captain of the Seattle Reign. And as Jennifer said, she's been watching the NWSL since 2013, 2014. Well, that's how long Fishlock has been in the league. She is 37 years old, and this is her 14th season. Something that's incredibly awesome is that with 14 seasons, they've all been in Seattle. So she has a goal already in 2026. She holds the Reign's all-time record for career goal contributions with 78, passing former Seattle Reign and U.S. Women's National Team member Megan Rapinoe. So Fishlock is a force, and she's at 37 years old is still running that midfield. And then we have Emery Adams. She is a youngin'. Hi. Yeah, hi. What's your name? Hi, Dylan. You want to come on the show? Yeah, Dad, come on over. Come have a seat. Come, yeah, I know there's lights over there, so you have to come around this way. Go around this way. Yeah. We have our next guest. This is Dylan. Have a seat. Have a seat. Ooh, that's okay. It's okay. Can you pick that up? That's okay. I know. That I unplugged that one. Yeah, that's not plugged in. Yeah. All right.
How's it going?
Good. Well, welcome to the show. Welcome to the 5280 pitch.
So happy to be here.
Yeah, well, tell us your name.
So I'm Dylan. I've been involved with for Denver FC and then the 14ers and everything else since late 2023. It's been such a gas to be here, and I'm so stoked that we're in our fifth game right now.
I know. Well, you've been a part of it from the beginning.
No.
You said for Denver.
Since the
original
movement.
That's the original movement, man. I mean, that's part of the reason why we have a team here is because of that movement.
All the watch parties, all the effort for that. Yeah, it was great.
So I know that I see the trolls. Trolls, I see you on my YouTube channel and on the socials. A lot of people say nobody watches women's soccer. And a lot of those trolls.
3,004 reasons why they don't.
I 100% agree. Tell me why, because I feel like a lot of people don't think that men enjoy women's soccer. So I know my husband does, but tell me why you were so adamant about bringing an NWSL team here to Denver.
Oh, man. So, all right. Little bit of a rude thing to say. I'm just kicking everything over. So I was originally a Gotham fan. I've been following the league since 2017. I went to grad school at Rutgers. The building I was in happened to overlook where Sky Blue, now Gotham, played. So I got into the league originally there, but I've been into women's sports my entire life. I am what I call a Title IX baby. My mom was able to go to college because Title IX existed. She was able to meet her partner because she was a really good athlete, got into college because of that. And I mean, it is why I am physically here. So the notion that women can't compete is obscene. We love sports that people don't necessarily follow, that there are better athletes for. I mean, I think the perfect example of that is rugby. We don't really play that in the U.S., but there's incredible athletes that play that on the European side, in the U.S., and everything else. And like, it's just a different sport. People want to consider it that way.
Yes, I 100% agree. And I played college softball. I because of Title IX, like I think that once you realize that there's room, and I just had Jordan on the podcast again, and she was saying too, it's there's a want for this. Now is a great time to hop on the Summit train. There's room for everyone on the Summit bandwagon.
Absolutely.
So, what is your honest read on this Denver team? Because we have 1 win, 1 loss, and 2 draws. What do you feel about this team? 1
win against Gotham, where we really knew how to absolutely pin the goalie down and take advantage of defensive errors. I think that, I don't know if we're necessarily a championship contender. I think we're definitely a playoff contender. I love that for an initial team, especially in a league that's as chaotic and as not top heavy as the NWSL.
Oh, yeah.
We're not the Spanish league. We're not WSL. We're not a league where there's 2 teams that are at the top and then everyone's just kind of playing for third or hoping to not get relegated. Yeah, the chaos is why we watch this. Who cares if Chelsea or Arsenal is picking off their 6th trophy for the year or something like that? You have no idea what's going to happen week to week in the NWSL, and that's what makes it so wonderful.
Oh, yeah. I agree 100%. So I was just talking about the matchup with the Reign today. I said Claudia Dickey's going to be real hard for us to score on. Then they have Fishlock, who's been in the league forever. I was just about to start talking about some of their young talent, which I will finish talking about after you leave the show here. But for the Denver Summit, who do you think needs to have a breakout game today for us to walk away with 3 points?
Kuzler is the obvious answer for that. She is our big goal scorer. Tash Flint is obviously going to be critically important for that. I think that the kind of underrepresented stuff, especially for the player of the match, is always Kaylee Kurtz. She is our Iron Woman. She is our backbone. She is the force that people don't realize is there. And while not all the play goes through her, so much of it will have to, especially today. My general opinion is that our midfield is kind of our weak point right now. I think that's kind of the overall shared opinion. And I think that, Kaylee in that back line really helps make up for that. They really push play forward. And with Abby at the back from the Gotham Training Academy for goalies, because 4 goalies in the league right now, starters are all that. She's going to start the play. I think Kaylee is a really good spot that play is going to start from, transitioning upward through the field.
I agree. I feel like Kaylee Kurtz has been really strong, and I love the fact that for the most part, 3 of the 4 of our back line have been in the league forever, and they're reliable, they're dependable, they know how to defend in this league, and I feel like our midfield is still trying to kind of find their way of where, okay, you're going to go. Oh, no, you're going to press. Who's going to go after it? I feel like there's still a little bit of figuring out one another within the midfield.
There definitely will be. That's what's going to happen with any team. That's kind of what we took advantage of with Gotham. They have all the parts there. They're just not meshed yet. I think that, Gotham, as they will be, are going to be a very dangerous team come the end of the year. Every time they've won the championship, it's always been from a position where they're relatively low on the ground. And everyone thinks, oh, how could they possibly beat Kansas City? How could they possibly beat Orlando? There's no way. And then they do. They know how to mesh. And I think that's going to be our team too.
Yeah. Oh, I 100% agree. And so are you a part of the 14ers then? Okay. So part of the 14ers, tell us a little. So Jennifer told us a little bit about the 14ers as being that great community for people to be a part of. Whether you're a Summit fan or not, it's up to 400 members. But tell us a little bit about why being a part of the supporters matters.
It's supporting your local club and finding all the people that also support your local club. That's the people that you're going to hang out with. I'm not going to go hang out with the team, obviously. I love the team in general. I am a huge fan, obviously. But, the people that I'm going to talk about that with are the other 14ers. That is where I'm finding my community. That is the space, and those are the people that I want to be around, because this is something I'm just genuinely passionate about. And I love the fact that they are there and that they are there, a place that I can dump this into, and they will respond with exactly as much energy as I have into it.
Well, Dylan, thank you so much for joining me on the live podcast. It's just been a lot of fun. Well, I'm so glad that you came on down here to DNVR. This is going to be a lot of fun. We have about 15 minutes until kickoff. And yes, all right. Well, thank you again for joining me. Watch your step because there's a lot of cords over there. Grab a sticker too if you want a sticker. We got women's sports stickers, DNVR stickers. We got them all. Yeah, thanks. Awesome. Well, again, we are here at DNVR broadcasting live. And if you're watching on YouTube, say hello in the chat. Would love to say hi and see where you're tuning in from. I do have a couple guests that are going to join me now. Come on over. Hi. All right, scooch over more. All right, girls. All right. Well, you've heard me talk about this one a lot on the podcast. This is my daughter, Evie, and this is one of her besties, Lila. Hi. Say hi. And now you're going to have to talk loud because it's loud in here. So, so you guys both play soccer together. You played together. Now you play for different clubs.
Yeah.
Evie plays for Rush. Lila plays for United. So talk to us a little bit about what position you play and why you're excited for the Denver Summit. I'll let you go first, Evie.
Okay. I play midfield or striker, and I'm excited for the Denver Summit because we made like a lot of history and and we're a brand new team who's like never played before together. So
yeah. All right, and Lila, go ahead.
I play normally wing or defense, and I'm excited for the Denver Summit because it's like a brand new team and it's our first women's team for us, and it's going to be fun and exciting.
So Lila and Evie, you guys went to Mile High Stadium to watch the home opener. What did you think about seeing all those people there to watch a women's soccer team? Lila?
I thought it was like crazy, and there was a lot of people, and I had a couple of my friends from school that are really big fans too. They were there, and it was awesome.
Loud and like really crowded, but really cool to see that everyone there was like all for the Denver Summit.
So we have our game today. We're playing against U.S. Women's National Team goalkeeper, who you both got a picture with when the U.S. Women's Claudia Dickey. Last time that the U.S. Women's National Team was here in Denver, you guys got a picture with her. It was super fun. Tell me, do you guys think that the Denver Summit are going to be able to score on her today, or is it going to be a tough match?
I think they probably will be able to score on her just because they're like a really good team and they have like a really strong boot.
Yeah, I think we are gonna definitely have at least a goal because we've been like working our butts off and been playing really hard.
All right, and then I want to know, who is your favorite player on the Denver Summit and why?
Allie Brazier, because she plays like the exact same positions I do, and she's really fast, and she never gives up on the ball.
Mine's Carson Pickett because I think it's kind of like very like special since she's like such an awesome player. And she plays, but she can't, even if she has like only half of an arm. And I think it's really awesome and cool.
Did you get her autograph after the first game?
Yeah.
How was it getting autographs with the players and being able to take pictures with them? I thought that was pretty cool.
It was really cool because I told Abby Smith that she was like a really like nice, like she was a really good goalie, and she was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you! I'll take another picture with you."
Yeah, I thought it was like really cool because like I thought like getting autographs with people were really awesome, and I was screaming so loud for Carson to come over, and it was just a big thing. Yeah.
Well, thanks for coming on the show, girls. I love that you came down to DNVR for the live show today. Be careful when you're leaving here. Make sure you grab a sticker. Again, if you come on, you can grab a sticker. I got 52.8. So if you see these fun shirts that the girls are wearing, there we go. We got stickers made for these. And Lila's got one on too. There we go. So those are the 5280 pitch logo stickers. All right, you guys can go on over that way. Just be careful. Yeah, go Denver. So just be sure to grab a sticker, say hello. And then I'm going to talk a little bit more about the game because we've had some guest interviews. I do want to make sure that we get to some of the things that are exciting for today's game. So I was at the young people on the Seattle Reign. There's a lot of young players that we have got to be on the lookout for. One of them is 17. That is Ainsley, and she has played just about every minute of this game, of this season. She is 17 years old, and she is a force to be reckoned with. So we have 17 years old up to 37 years old on the Seattle Reign. But we also have Emery Adams, and she's 19. She had 6 goals last season, tied for the most ever by a teenager in a single NWSL season. She is super fast, and she is going to be fearless against this back line. Kurtz and Pickett are going to have their hands full. Seattle is genuinely good. This is not a soft spot in the schedule. I've said this quite a few times. The people who made the schedule for the summit, they did not do us any favors with all these road matches and then the people that we're having to face on the road. So if Denver gets anything tonight, I think it's going to be extremely exciting for us to walk away with. I'd love 3 points, but if we can walk away with 1, that'd be huge. So some of my 5 keys to the match: survive the first 20 minutes. Seattle scores early, constantly, and Denver has to start compact and organized. If we go in 0-0 at halftime, Denver is still in this. If we go in 1-1 at halftime, I mean, we're still in this. If we're down 2-0, that is a very different show. My second key to the match is the midfield. Like I said before when Dylan was on, I don't know what we're going to see with this midfield. And Devin Lynch has been a constant with her press. Tosh Flint is starting to get going. I think that she needs to have a breakout game today. Fishlock, she dictates everything for Seattle. And like I said before, she's 37 years old, does not showing any signs of slowing down. If we can control the midfield, I think that whoever wins the midfield is going to win this game. We need to make sure that we have our defender, our midfielders tracking Fishlock and Denver getting the ball to Denver forwards early in the match. We have to, number 3, we have to be clinical in front of Claudia Dickey. Like I said before, she's on the U.S. Women's National Team. She's the number 1 keeper for the U.S. Women's National Team. 88 saves last year. She does not give second chances. Kussler, Thomas, whoever gets the opportunity, they need to be sharp. 1 chance, 1 touch. Don't waste your opportunity. And then I mentioned Kurtz and Pickett previously. They have to be solid. They have to be immovable. Kaylee Kurtz, our Iron Woman, 107 consecutive starts. That's an NWSL record. And Carson Pickett, she has 185 appearances. Both of these ladies are extremely experienced. They've had an opportunity to really showcase and start to gel over the past few games. And I think that this is going to be a very tough test. Now, since because I've been going live here without access to my phone or anything, I don't know what the starting 11 is just yet. Next time I have a guest come up over here, I'm going to try and check it real fast. But if we can have Kurtz and Pickett keep their team clean, Denver has a very strong chance. And people on the ladies on the Seattle Reign, they're fast. Kurtz and Pickett are going to have their hands full. I do think my fifth key to the match is set pieces. Set pieces are Denver's best weapon against a very deep Seattle defense, against all the speed that Seattle has. Open play chances are going to be very, very limited. Denver needs to earn corners and free kicks and actually do something with them. I think that, again, I don't know what the starting lineup is just yet, but if Natalie Means is in this lineup, I think that she could have a set piece goal. So that's on my bingo card. Natalie Means plays. I have her as a set piece goal. All right. I have two other little girls that are going to join me real fast over here. And then we're going to continue going into the rest of the match. All right. Here, just make some room. Scooch over. All right. So this is my other daughter, Vivian, and her best friend, Millie. There we go. All right. So what position do you play, Vivian?
I play defense.
Yeah.
I play offense.
So you play for both of you play for Colorado United, and you're in their Copa program. Who is your favorite player, Millie?
Carson Pickett.
Just like your sister. All right. So why is Carson Pickett your favorite player?
Because she's really strong. She's a really strong player, and she will keep going.
Who's your favorite player, Vivian?
Kaylee Kurtz.
Okay. Why is Kaylee Kurtz your favorite?
Because I play defense, and I think like what she said at the beginning of the opening. You just need to do something that you love. People can't tell you what you don't want to do.
That's very true. So when you say what she said at the beginning, you mean when they did the kit reveal? Yeah. So, okay. So what's one thing that you would love to see the Denver Summit do this season?
I just want to see them try their hardest.
Yeah.
I want to see them win as many games as they can.
Oh, you want the W's. All right. So are you going to go to any more games? You went to Mile High Stadium and saw the home opener. What was that like being at Empower Field and seeing that women's soccer game there, Millie?
It was really cool. I think it was a great opportunity to see a new team play.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for coming on the show, girls. And yeah, all right, can I get a go Summit?
Let's go Summit!
Awesome. Well, we are 3 minutes away till kickoff. We have a packed bar over here with lots of Summit fans. If you want any fun merch for the 5280 pitch, this is one of the sweatshirts, and this is, again, that fun logo for the 5280 pitch. We got them in hats. We got them in sweatshirts. Be sure to grab one. If you're not down here at DNVR, well, my question to you is why not? It's going to be a ton of fun. We have a great crowd already. TV is we're at 2 minutes and 2 seconds until kickoff. They're going to have the sound on. If you can't find the game, get on down here. Thank you, everyone, for the comments over in the chat. And then I'm going to do my prediction and a little send-off here. So let me just get my notes in order. Oops. See, I got all sorts of notes that I put together for these. And then I dropped it right before I got started. So I do want to mention one more thing before I give you guys my prediction. The Summit attack. Kussler has been the one that scored the majority of our goals. It's up. We can't just be relying on her. She had 3 goals in 4 games. We got 1 win out of it against Gotham, which is incredible. But we need somebody else on this team to step up. Against Claudia Dickey, it's going to be tricky. Denver's attack needs to be sharp. No wasted chances. If it's, it's time for an Allie Brazier goal. So let's get an Allie Brazier goal. Again, if it's still tied or 0-0, in the second half, I'd love to see Thomas come in and see if Seattle can keep up with her speed. So that's on my what to watch for this game. Oh, and I didn't even get a chance to talk about Sofia Huerta. She was Seattle Reigns Player of the Month by the NWSL. So she has started the season on fire. She is the assist leader all time in playing defender. She is the wild card in Seattle's system. When she gets forward, she creates real danger. She had 2 assists against the Kansas City game. Denver's left side, so Carson Pickett, they're gonna need to track her runs aggressively, because if she gets into pockets, she is going to find those forwards to finish. It happened before, it'll happen again. All right, so my prediction, my honest assessment, Seattle is the better team on paper right now. And they're at home. Even if it's Spokane, they're still at home. This is going to be a very tough test. Dickey is protecting the net. Denver is still finding our identity. And here's the thing. Expansion teams pull off results. We saw it against Gotham. Cushing has coached at the highest level. He is going to have this team ready. And it's our last game before we have that 2-week break due to the national team's play. Kurtz and Pickett are experienced as a defensive pairing, probably one of the most experienced defensive pairings in this league. And a compact, organized Denver side that Nick can count on, that is what's going to be the key to the game. So I think that we will walk away with the draw, because Abby Smith has been on fire. Claudia Dickey is tough. I don't know what the final score will be. 1-1, 2-2. I don't see a ton of goals being scored. If we walk away with 3, I'd be super happy. I'm thinking that we will walk away with a draw. All right, it is time. Our starting 11 is just announced, and it looks like Janine Sanas, Megan Reed, Kaylee Kurtz, Carson Pickett are that back line. Devin Lynch, Tosh Flint, and Delaney Sheehan are their mids. And then Una, Kussler, and Ryan. So we are seeing just about that same line that we saw for the Denver home opener. I think that's Cushing's go-to line for now. We'll see what happens with Brazier and Thomas. I think they will make an appearance in the second half. But I can't thank you guys enough for joining me on this pregame show. Head on down here. They got the game on. You can see it right over my shoulder, right there. That's the game. We're getting started. So join us down here at DNVR. This has been a ton of fun. Thank you to everyone in the chat. Thank you to everyone that came on the show. If you haven't checked out the 14ers supporters group yet, go check them out. It's a lot of fun. Check them out on Instagram. Follow me on Instagram. Go to the 5280pitch.com. Check out the merch, the blog, the newsletter, all the things. And with that, we'll see you in our next podcast episode, which comes out every Tuesday. We're going to have a lot of fun dissecting this game, and we'll see you next time on the 5280 Pitch, women's soccer at altitude. All right, the game has started.